This Albion Online video is all about gathering, gambling, crafting, or flipping. Which one is right for you for making silver? Which one should you do? And surrounding me, I have 4 boxes, and each box represents a different form of silver making in this game. Let's open box number 1. Box number 1 is gathering. Now, this is roughly 4 hours of effort. Now, 2 hours was with fishing, and fishing has terrible return rates, especially in safe zones. All right. And then we have 30 minutes of gathering ore, 30 minutes with hide, 30 minutes with fiber, or it might be 1 hour of fiber, I forget. But overall, this is 4 hours with an estimated market value of 2.9 million silver. Now, the other 3 methods do require that you already have silver to make. So, let's go to box number 2. What's in the box? What's in the box? Box number 2 is item flipping. These items were purchased over the length of 1 month, and while there's not a whole lot in here, we got some amazing special deals. Let me show you. Now, the total net worth or estimated market value of this chest is 13.3 million, but again, it did take 1 month of market flipping to do, but when you do, you can expect crazy deals like this one. This is one of the better deals. This is a Grandmaster's Cala Purity that was bought in Martlock for 6 silver. Yes, 6 silver. All right? That is quite the deal, quite the steal, and here it is in all its glory. Worth 197,000 silver estimated market value. Now, a month ago, I'll show you the screenshot again. A month ago, 6/12. I'm filming this on 7/19, but this was received on 6/12, so a little bit more than a month. But back a month ago, it was worth 181,000. So this thing actually went up in value due to popular demand. Different builds requiring this means that the price goes up. So almost everything in this box was either crafted at a massive discount. You can see I've got some like ghastly candles because at some point last month, these crypt candles were worth like 150,000. They're down to 99,000, but I was market flipping these for around 30,000. So the money spent in flipping these items is around, I would say, maybe 10 to 20% of 13 million, all right? So maybe I spent 2 to 3 million for everything in here. Like, I was buying these things at like 170,000, and they're worth 600,000, for instance. So huge profits from this box, all right? Amazing profits. You may be wondering, why this gear specifically? Why this stuff? Well, if you just simply equip everything, you will notice that, suddenly I'm geared up and ready for PvP. I can literally go out and murder people in this set, and I really need a 120 of the boots, huh? But yeah, everything is pretty much maxed out, and this character is fully combat ready. Channel members know why I'm using this specific build. I'm not going to go into details in this video. What's in box number 3? And, well, box number 4. Here we go. Box number 3 is the gamble box. That's right. We're going to be gambling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, like, say, all of these tier 4 souls. And then I'm going to show you how to determine which one we should gamble with and how much profit we can potentially make. We'll come to this box later. That's going to be our fun little box. But this one is our crafting box. We've got random foods, random, we have, some herbs in here for potions, animals. We got just whatever I could buy, okay? Just whatever the market would sell me for a reasonable price. I even got seeds. I got seeds on the cheap. And boy, oh boy, if I just sold these seeds are worth the 32,000 each. I bought them way cheaper than that, so I could just put a sell order. But I don't even need to grow these. I can just put a sell order on the market and make a profit off of these seeds. But yes, we are going to be cooking some stuff up. Now, you may be wondering, but Swolbenji, I'm not a chef. I don't have any chef levels. And let me tell you, on this Swolbenji character, I don't either. And while I do have a chef character that's completely maxed out and could really cook some stuff with these, I'm not going to be using a chef character. I'm not going to be using my actual chef character for this video. I'm going to just Well, I'll explain later. Let's get into it. Let's go. All right, it's time to gamble. Let's start low with the Adept Souls. Those are pretty cheap. So right now, I have 481,000 estimated market value. Put it up on the board, editor. That's me. I do my own editing. All right, now we have to determine what are we going to gamble on. So if we go to the Artifact Foundry, and we have souls, tier 4 souls, we have the Warrior catalog, the Mage, Hunter, and the Any category. Now, which one is the best? Well, we got to do some math, and then after we do the math, I'll gamble on it, and we'll see if we profit or not. But what I want you to look at right now is it's 7:28 UTC. Look at this timer. I'm gonna pause the video here. I'm gonna stop recording, and I'm gonna do all the math, and we're gonna see how fast I can do it. Let's go. All right, the math is complete, and the time is 7:33. How fast was I? I don't remember when I started, but you could rewind the video and do the math yourself. And you know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna look. It looks like about 6 minutes. All right, so let's get started and determining. Hold on, let me see here. Mage. We are going to go with the Mage with an expected profit of 2,323 average. If we don't, there's a lot of ways we can fail this, but we need to hit Demonic Jawbone and Infernal Cloth Visor. It looks like, and we have how many runs? 100. So 481k, and we have a, let's see, we have a 2 out of 9 chance to hit every time. Let's go. 481k, let's see if that money goes up or if it goes down. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, again, we want big money on the Demonic Jawbone and the Infernal Cloth Visor. There's a few of them also that, yeah, there we go, we got one. We got, there's the Infernal Cloth Visor, and there's the Demonic Jawbone. So far, so good. We just have to hope we keep hitting. And, what I say, we started at 481k, that's right. Oh, we dropped below. Again, this is all gamble, it's all a big risk. That number go down, that number go up. You never know if you're going to win, but mathematically, we have chosen the most profitable lane here to play in, so we will see if we get lucky or not. You can also eat a Kraken salad if you want to speed this process up. If you have like a whole inventory of things to gamble, then you're going to want to do that. But yeah, let's and again, this is I've already done the math for after taxes without premium. So with premium, I would expect to make about 300 more silver on average. Whoop-de-doo, right? Not a whole lot, but hey, so far we're almost up 100,000, almost 100,000, not quite, but yeah, this is one way to make silver without having to go out and oh, 600k, look at that. We're getting into bigger money territory now, and we're almost done. Yeah, looking good, folks. It's always good to do the math. Oh no, we dropped down a bit. You know, you're at the casino, you're hitting the reels, and you're like, I'm up, baby, let's keep going, and then you burn all your money, and then you're broke. All right, 621,000. What's our profit? 621 subtracted by 481. That's 140,000 silver in just 5 minutes, 6 minutes of math, and 2 minutes of gambling. Profit was that amount, 140k. And we said, yeah, we'll say 10 minutes. Okay, so divide by 10 minutes. This is 14,000 silver a minute. Divide that by, or times that by an hour. That's 840,000 silver an hour for this lane, right? That's about how much we made. 840,000 silver an hour, which is technically worse than just going out and gathering. We should have just went and gathered with our time, but hey, it's something you can do. And also, technically, you only have to do the math once, all right? To be real, like that silver calculation's bogus. Because, you know, I did the math in 6 minutes, and then I could spend the remaining 54 minutes. Dude, I've been up all night. You can spend the remaining 54 minutes gambling, all right? So there you go. That's gambling, everybody. And just to show you big money, look at these 12 jawbones, 298,000. We got the Infernal Cloth Visor. That was the other big ticket item. Another 257,000 going in. So how do you do the math, Swole Benji? Well, it's simple, really. you take a category, and you have to do this based on what the markets are showing and not what this number shows, because this number could be way off depending on what market it's pulling data from. So, for instance, to average the Warrior catalog, we take the price of Demonic Blade, Hellish Bolts, blah, blah, blah. We take the prices of every single item, and we add them together. Then we divide by the number of items. So this is 10 items, so we would divide that number by 10, and that would be your average amount of earnings. And then you subtract it by the amount of 50 souls. Now, you can spreadsheet this yourself, which I have done. And this spreadsheet is not currently public yet, because I'm still working on, like, how do I explain this? You know those websites? You know the ones where they make you sign up or pay real money to access their spreadsheets, and their spreadsheets, like, tap into the API and stuff? Well, that stuff sucks, okay? So here's what I've got. I've got this cooking. All right, it's not public yet, but I'm making spreadsheets. They're going to be free, and the spreadsheets will not tap into the API. They will not automatically fill in numbers for you. So far, I've got a Royal Sigil calculator, I've got rune gambling, and I just did this one, soul gambling. So I typed in the cost of 1 soul, and then what I did was I just copy-paste this into the market search, and then I type in the number if I was to undercut by 1 silver, and then I have all the math being done here. You can see the formula that I'm running is, well, it's up here, I guess. But, yeah, so anyway, what I'm trying to get at, and how do I make this stuff go away? Get off the screen. Just like, no, I don't know how to make... see, I'm still learning here, okay? I'm learning how to do spreadsheets, but I don't know how to make this go away. Go away. Hopefully that didn't, like... That didn't delete it, right? Error? Why does it say error? No. Undo it. Don't break, please. Alright, anyway. So this is how I did the calculation. You can see under Mage, this gave me the most profit. And if I played Warrior, I would have lost money. I would have gained money on Hunter and on any category, but Warrior was not worth doing. Uh-oh. So yeah, again, I've got Relic and Avalonian Shards. I'm working on PvP damage calculations and focus cooking on alts. Whoops. You know, I think you heard a little bit too much there. My channel members might get mad. But anyway, that's gambling. Let's move on now to the next category. But to wrap up gambling, anytime that I want to make some extra casherinos, I can just go to this box here, and I have buy orders in every single city for all of these items, and you can see again, this is 33 million. This is when you have lots and lots of silver. You don't sit on it. You see how my character has only 2.25 million sitting on it right now, right? You don't want to sit, like, you open these Twitch streams and you see Juan sitting on like 7 billion liquid, okay? Yeah, I can go to one of my islands and pull out 2 bill right now, but that's still too much to be sitting on. I'm actually being hypocritical when I'm saying this, and you should not be sitting on your silver like that ever, 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 ever. There is nothing in the game that you can buy for that amount that isn't some extremely rare skin that does nothing for you, that could be patched out or made obsolete, you know, in a single news post, and then you lose all your money. But what you should be buying is literally everything in the game. You should be buying as much crap in the game as possible whenever there's a deal. Obviously, like runes. Like, if I take 1 rune right now, this 1 rune is worth 41. If I go to the market and the buy order value is 40... then I just don't play the market. But let's actually go check. All right, here's a live look at the market. We got 999 runes for 49. And look, see, that's a nice margin. That's not bad, okay? This guy that's buying at 30, he's gonna sell pretty quick. So I would put at 29 here for like 999 or, you know, 2,000 or whatever. And that way I'm making basically double, right? Instead of buying it like a chump at full price, I'm buying it at, you know, 29 instead of 49. So I'm saving 20 silver per rune, which really, really makes a difference in the long run when you're gambling a lot of runes. But runes aren't, like, you don't just gamble with them. They're, you know, I wasn't going to cover it in this video, but I'll briefly talk about it. If I just go to, like, say, like, tier 5 and then type in, like, brawler gloves. Okay, yeah, here we go, brawler gloves, right? 22,000 for flat 5, and then like 5-1 is 79,000. Okay, so this is 384 runes. Okay, 384 runes, right? I don't need that one. Okay, yeah. So if I go to 384 runes, you saw the price jump just from flat one, right? That's 18,000, right? So right now, I can use those runes that I have sitting in my chest to just make a better brawler glove. So 22 plus 18, right? That's like 40k, and then you sell it for 80k. What? And you could quick sell it for, look, you could quick sell it and still make silver from all these guys. Maybe like all the way down to here. You could quick sell it all the way down to 33k. And then you could put a buy order above this 33k guy. And then when people quick sell it to you, you can just relist it for 80k. It's literally, it's that easy to make silver, guys. You could literally fulfill all these orders, and then you can be the big dick order that's soaking up and sucking up all the brawler gloves on the market. And look how many sell per day, right? You got 25 and 13. This is good quality. Normal quality is like 25, and also it swapped the quality back. Okay, let's go to normal quality then. All right. So how many are selling for normal? That's 8 and 9. How about outstanding? Again, these all have different, like, yeah, so anyway, like 30 to 40 gloves a day, not too bad. So again, there's just ways to just destroy the market and bend it to your advantage. You don't have to gamble the runes. You can also craft or just enchant with them. It's really that simple, guys. And that was just like the first random item that popped in my head. I didn't script or rehearse that at all. I was like, oh, let's look at brawler gloves, because that's popping right now. There's a one-shot build, kind of, sort of. So you should always just be buying these things and selling them when the market, like sometimes these things go way up in price, right? And again with the tier 5 runes, like right now they're like 50 in Bridgewatch. Well, so I've seen them as high as 120. Okay, so if they're at 120 each, and you bought these at 30. You just sell them, and it's just free money, okay? It's just free money. When you have money in this game, everything else is free money, okay? And so I always, every video I make of this, people are like, so Benji, I don't have any money. What do we do? Where? All right, what you do, you go gather. You just go gather. You see this chest? This chest is worth 3 million silver, and this was gathered in, what did I say, 4 hours, which is terrible because I did fishing, and you should not do fishing in safe zones, but yes, it is something that you have to do to build up that money. And then with that 3 million, well, you can turn that 3 million into, 12 million with these runes that I just showed you, either by gambling or, enchanting or whatever. So again, once you have the money, you can make more money with that money. Then that money, once you have the 12 million, well, then you repeat. Now you have 36, and now you have 72, and now you have, a billion, and then you have 10 billion, and then so on and so forth, okay? But let's talk about crafting. Number 2, crafting. Let's start with the chickens. This is a tier 3 little animal. What's our estimated market value right now? It is 302,000. Let's go ahead and put that on the board. For this one, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right play here, so I'm going to go check the markets in real time before we decide what we're doing with the chickens. Now, for chickens, they lay eggs if you put them in a pasture, right? So we're going to check egg prices. We're going to be checking meat prices, because we can kill the chickens and get some meat. Let's see how much is a chicken, okay? A fully grown chicken, 7,300 right now. So I bought these around 5,000, like 500. I bought them down here, so they've went up a bit. They're worth 6,000 on buy order, 7.3k. So if I were to sell right now, that's 338k if I sell. So let's keep that in mind. It's important. All right. But next up is raw chicken. Okay. Let's look at the price of raw. It's downtrending. See, up here would have been good to sell, but it's starting to slope down a bit. So we'll do some math on that in just a little bit. And then chicken egg. Let's see, egg, chicken, hen eggs. Okay, there we go. Ugh, no. These things are basically worthless, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, let's determine if we should butcher them or not. Alright, so I know that if I focus butcher these chickens, I'll get 1,300 meat. Now, normally I would wait for a food day. It's a fiber and mace day, not a food day. So not the best day to be butchering our chickens. So let's determine raw chicken right now. If I sold at 402, and you know, we're just gonna go ahead and say 402, right? And I get 1,300 of these suckers. Well, that's 500K, and we know that the chickens are worth 300K, so that would be technically the play. The play to make 200K would be to butcher these suckers. So let's go do that real quick. All right, so here is the value so far. We had the estimated market value in our inventory. We have, if we actually sold the chickens on the market, rounding up the 3-digit part. It was like 338,900 or something. So I did just 339K. Just round that sucker up. Now, if we butchered, it was estimated 500K. Now that I've actually butchered the chickens, sorry chickens, you're dead. But you'll be meat for, I don't know, swift claws or something. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. Right now, estimated market value for the meat is 458K. If we actually sell it on the market, we have 369K for that stack. So 369 and then 111. So that would be 369 plus 111. That's 480,000. Not quite the estimated, but it's close enough. So here's the actual numbers. So I bought the chickens around 5,500 each. I think I bought them for cheaper, but we'll say 5,500 for the sake of the video. And then I can sell the raw meat for 480,000, okay? So that means right now, oh, and I have my calculator like thing displaying. Let's just hide that. There we go. And so actual profit is 205,000 silver so far. But, you know, we could always use this chicken for other, you know, things. We could make chicken pies. There's a whole lot of things we could do with the chicken meat. So should we sell it right away? No! We can go deeper in this crafting hole, and sometimes we'll profit and sometimes we won't. But already 205,000, and honestly, like looking at the game time, it didn't take me that long to go butcher them. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't butcher them on Soul Benji. No. That's why we have islands. We have islands so that we can trade items amongst other characters. I know what you're saying, but Swole Benji, I don't have a cooking chef alt. Do I have to have a cooking chef alt? And the answer is no, you don't. And so how do you do this magical thing that I just did without a chef alt, without using a character, and without using focus on your character? Well, let's just say it's a member's secret. I know you hate when I shill the members stuff, but I have to do it or I don't pay the bills. Listen, I'm short this month. I need money, okay? Or I'm going homeless. Anyway, so channel members. Right below this video, if your country doesn't hate YouTube, and yes, there are some countries where this does not exist, there is a join button right below every one of my videos. You can click join. It's $5 a month. I know, I'm sorry. I hate to do this. I don't want to do this. I have to do this to survive. I'm sorry, okay? But just be thankful that I'm not like, hey guys, buy my VPN, buy Raid Shadow Legends, okay? Because I get those emails every freaking day. Every day, some company wants me to sell you something, and I turn them all down. But instead, just this money goes straight to YouTube, not to me. I get maybe half of this, maybe a bit less, and then I have to pay taxes on it. So I really only get maybe a few bucks out of this. I think it's $1.80. I don't know, but here's the thing, right? This video right here, new meta for min-maxing profits. I put this out 12 days ago, and you can see the description. The very start of the video got shadow nerfed, and the video still works, I promise you. The rest of the video holds up just fine. This is something every serious market player and crafter should be doing to squeeze every silver that they can. And how many views does this have? All right, it's been viewed 510 times, and I don't know how it has more views. I don't have that many channel members. I literally have like a few hundred, you know, tops. So that means my channel members are watching this video multiple times over to either utilize it, or maybe I did a bad job explaining. I don't know. The point is that it's one of the more popular channel member videos out there, and it's what I just used to be able to, again, flip the chicken for essentially free without a chef alt, okay? But, you know, it is what it is, and there's a whole lot of other really, really valuable channel member stuff. There's some things I wish I could tell channel members. However, sometimes I happen to make videos for other games. I want to talk about this real quick. Actually, it's a little bit best that I don't, but listen, if you are a current channel member and you are skipping the non-Albion videos, you're missing out big time. There's a reason that I randomly play other games on the members vids, okay? You have to listen between the lines. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get back to the game, though. There's a lot of other useful channel member videos. The reason why they're members-only videos and not public is because if I make a video that makes it public, then everyone will do it, and then when everyone does it, then no one could do it, and it would be worthless. But also because, again, I have to pay bills in real life, and YouTube just does not pay enough. I know, I'm a popular Albion YouTuber, but, Albion videos make pennies on the dollar, or pennies per 1,000 views, rather. So, this game ain't that popular. It's no World of Warcraft. It's no Roblox. Dude, I was at an arcade last night, and I was watching people play Roblox, and I'm like, man, that looks fun. I should probably try that. But anyway, back to the video, okay? But yeah, number 3, flipping. Now, this chest, all right, this chest is just really from Bridgewatch, and again, 13.3 million average. I'm buying everything here at like an 80% markdown. So if we do like 13.3 subtracted by 80%, I paid like 3 million for this chest, and I could sell it back and make, after taxes, I can make 10 million. So this is essentially 10 million profit. Now, it took a month of, checking the markets maybe once or twice every 3 to 4 days, whatever. But it doesn't stop here in one town. Remember, there's a whole lot of towns. All right, we have Caerleon. I've got some items here. Not as much. You can see I've got a bunch of face scale robes and the crypt candles and, well, really no fire staffs, but bummer. Anyway, here's Fort Sterling. You can see same thing. We've got the exact same items, also some potions, some random herbs and stuff, because I am a potion crafter. We have Limhurst, same thing, same items. Martlock, here's another one. And you'll notice the values. We'll talk about the values in a second. Here's Thetford and Brazilian. Look at, Brazilian's really popping off, okay? Brazilian's got a lot of juicy good, yes. That's right. This is an 8.3 Thetford cape worth 3.87 million. I think I paid 100K for this. It's a pretty good flip, okay? But let's look at some numbers here. All right, now Caerleon Bank we're going to ignore because it's got a bunch of stuff from just ganking like reds, all right, and some other random things. But like Fort Sterling, 11 million. Again, I probably paid 1 to 2 million, all right? So that's like 9 million profit. Limhurst, 16 million. Again, that's going to be about a 13 million profit. Martlock, 19 million. This is going to be, again, like a 15 million profit there. Thetford, 8 million. Maybe we profit 6 to 5 million. Brazilian, 36 billion. This is going to be 30 million in profit, easy, especially because of this, these ridiculously cheap items. Like this Judicator armor, 6.6 million. I think I got this for like 50K. I'm not joking. 50K, right? These are big wins, right? So yeah, pretty good stuff. All right, pretty good on the flip, and that's just flipping stuff that I would use. If you want to expand your flipping, you just do it for every item in the game. I know people that do this. They go into the market and they just buy everything. Every single item. But me, I was just flipping PvP sets that I would wear. That's all I was doing. Just things that I would wear or use. I'm like, hey, I have a use for this item. Let's see if we can buy some of it for cheap, right? Like these 6-1 face scale robes worth 1.2 million. Lately, I've been paying about 500K for these, so it's not the biggest win, right? I'm earning 700K by paying in 500K, and then after taxes, I'll earn 500K or something, okay? But yeah, that's flipping for you, and a lot of my channel member videos really dive deep into how to flip, the best flips, all without third-party programs or special spreadsheets that tap into the API. Nothing. I don't have any of that kind of stuff on my channel member stuff. It's just pure knowledge, all right? There's also lots of flipping on how to, salvage things for instant profit, videos on that. And, yeah, there's just a lot of really good stuff in the channel members videos, okay? I would like to get to 500 channel members someday. That would be super cool. But right now, we only got a few hundred, so we're pretty behind. Yikers, man. And yes, I know there are Redditors out there that are like, Swole Benji only makes his money because he's a YouTuber and he has referral rewards. And while it is true that I get referral rewards because I'm a famous YouTuber, so let me explain what that is. Here's the claim rewards. Referral reward, 500 gold added, and then I just sell the 500 gold, and that gives me 4 million silver. Yes. Yes, I can do that. I can absolutely do that, and I get so many of these every single day. Like, it's endless, okay? And that's part of being famous, all right? But, I played a long time. Like, I started this game when I had, like, 3,000 subscribers, okay? I remember what it was like to not be a known guy, okay? The big dog at the time was Lupac, who had, like, 70,000 subs, and now I have 160, K subs. But anyway, the point is that I've always done these things to make silver, okay? And the silver I get from these referral rewards, I usually just dump into combat fame credits. And I'll prove that right now. Alright, so here's a video that I made 15 hours ago called Albion Online Depths equals fastest fame grind. And I have a satchel equipped, I always have auto respec on, and right now, this character, right now I have 8.35 million in silver, and then after 30 minutes, let's see how much silver I have left. Alright, so after that 30-minute run, I'm down to 5.82 million silver, so you can see that I burned through quite a bit just fame farming. So here I am now doing solo trio depths for 30 minutes. My character rather has 9.69 million silver. Let's see how much I burned through this time. And then at the end of that run, I'm down to 3.59 million silver in just 26 minutes and 19 seconds. So you can see that if I'm fame farming 12 hours a day, how much silver am I burning? All right, so that's roughly, we'll say 12 million silver an hour, all right? So 12 million an hour times 12, 144 million silver, okay? In a single freaking day fame farming, all right? And because I market flip, because I have the referrals, because I gather, like sometimes I just gather for 12 hours a day, right? Because I do the gamble, because I craft, because I have very clever ways of crafting. All right, I have crafting alts, I have island alts, I have all of these I have hundreds of islands with laborers on them and stuff. All right, and I have, so many journals to burn through with my laborers. Like right now, I need to get through about 623 gamekeeper journals, okay? I've got a lot to burn through. I think I have even more stonecutter ones. I have 1,256 stonecutter journals to get through on my islands, okay? It's gonna take some time to do. I have 100 islands, but even then I can't do all those journals. Maybe in a week I can. I don't know. But the point is that all of these things are making me silver, and all of these things can also make you silver as well. Which would give you the ability to burn through hundreds of millions of silver through satchel and auto respec, so that you can go enjoy the game and not have to sit here and worry about, playing for months on end to max out your gear and specializations and stuff like that. And again, if you don't know what is right for you, I have a video that I put out like 10 days ago. It's called Albion Online Updated Silver Per Hour Rates on Solo Content. So you would just click my channel name like this. It'll look like this. And when you're on the YouTube channel itself, there's a little search button here. You can type Albion silver per hour. You can just type something like that. And yeah, there it is. Updated silver per hour rates. And you can type anything you want. You can type like Albion laborer, right? And then you can get guides for laborers. And again, these are all very intricate guides. Even though this island guide is a year old, it's still relevant because SBI has not changed how islands work or values or anything with islands whatsoever. It's completely untouched as of that recording. So yeah, and here's another laborer furniture trophy guide. It's still relevant, okay? Again, just search the channel, anything you want to know. What about horses? Horse breeding. Albion horse guide. How to make silver breeding horses, okay? How to get rich raising horses, right? Even though this is 9 months, 2 years ago, they're still relevant. They're still freaking relevant, guys. But in this video, I go over all the different things that you can do in the game to make silver, like running the depths. and how much you can make, and show some examples of how that works. I've got like gathering, market flipping. Again, you can just do what I'm doing right now. Just take your mouse. If you're on a phone, you're screwed. But take your mouse and then hover over the bar, and then look at the text at the top of the demo window. You can see that's islands laborers, crop growing. We have a whole lot of numbers here. There's crafting, tracking, PvP, transporting. We have faction heart transporting, which is terrible. Arena, mob grinding, holiday skin flipping. There's so many different ways for you to make silver. There is no excuse. I am so sick of reading comments that you're broke. I am so sick. I understand. If you've been playing your first week of Albion, it sucks. When you go gather, you're making 200K an hour because you're in a tier 4 or tier 5 set. You should be in a tier 6 set if you've spent your learning points properly, by the way. But, it sucks starting out. It sucks starting out. You don't have any money to flip. You don't have any money to craft with or gamble with. You're forced to gather. And you see all these other YouTubers. You see them make these videos where, like, I saw one the other day. The guy goes out in a tier 1 set and he makes like 30 million. It's like, well, that's not going to ever happen to normal people. And yeah, the player is good at the game, and he also had friends and help, and he also recorded it over the course of weeks. So you could just make 30 million silver gathering in less time, really, with no risk and no stress. And you don't need 7 years of game experience and knowledge to do it. You just click the funny rocks on the ground, and there you go. You make money. It's really not that hard, okay? We haven't punched a marmot in a while. We do that in these videos. We kill the marmots. But listen, all of these YouTubers are like, you could be rich by going to PvP in the Black Zone, guys. And then all these new players do that, and then they die and lose everything, and they quit the game. Whereas everyone that gathers and plays smart and saves their money and invests their money and has islands and laborers, like you go to Reddit, right? If you go to Reddit and talk about islands, there's going to be like 20 people jumping down your throat saying that islands are a waste of money and they're a waste of time and you should never use islands. And it's like, but they print money. Yes, they cost money to set up. And then once you've paid off that cost, it just prints money. It just literally prints money. All right, listen, I've ranted long enough. I know these videos get a little ranty at times, but I just wanted to show you guys. I don't need these stones. I just wanted to show you guys that it's possible to make money. Look, this chest is worth 1.4 billion, 700 million. This is 1 out of 100 islands. 25 million, 578 million, 22 million in journals, which that's way more value when I turn them in. Okay, listen. This stuff, I didn't get it in a day, 50 million, 158 million. I didn't get this stuff in a day, okay? I still gather to this day. This is a gathering chest. Look at all this stuff I've gathered. Some of it's refined, like this stone. 31 million in here, okay, guys? Listen, you just play the game and you make money. It's not hard. It just takes time. It just takes time. Just like it does in the real world, okay? But it's a little bit more fun. And I know people are like, the gathering's so boring, it's so boring. You know what's not boring? Watching a video, watching anime, watching a movie, watching anything, eating food, talking to your friends, I don't know, playing another game in another monitor. Like, I'll be gathering and playing Persona 5X at the same time. I'll be gathering and watching a stream. I'll be gathering and watching some YouTube videos or anime, okay? Just get comfy. And just stay busy. Just keep clicking on stuff and picking it up. That's all you got to do, guys. Anyway, I'm SoulBidgy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Listen, there's a new... YouTube has changed its algorithm. You got to like the video. I never ask for likes because I never really... like who clicks like on a video, right? But you have to. You literally have to. If you don't, I die. My channel dies if you don't click like, okay? And if my channel dies, I can't help you make money anymore. And Albion Online will die one day. And if I can't make YouTube work, then I have to go be a McWagey at McDonald's. And if that happens, then when Albion Online 2 comes out, or when some other cool game comes out that you also just so happen to play, that I would be playing, well, I won't exist in that world. I won't exist to make guides for you and free up your free time so that you don't have to figure this stuff out yourself. And all you have to do is click the like button. That's it. That's all you got to do. All right, that's it. And also click the video on the right side of your screen. And if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to go somewhere and you're going to be waiting 30 minutes to use a squat rack or 30 minutes in the drive-thru. You're going to be waiting 30 minutes for something. All right, but if you click that video, then you won't have to wait.